Welcome to Sponsored by Nobody. This week, sponsored by Bath Time. You either scream going in or you scream going out. It is July 2024, and we are playing Pokemon Misfit Island. We are using a homebrew of the Wildword system. I am Ian the Professor, and we have explained why.
I'm Illuminator Austin. Nope, that's wrong. I'm Austin, and I'll be playing Illuminator Travis. Woo, nailing it.
Good to be back. My name is Cabe, an old friend of the show. I will be playing Augustus the Guide.
I'm Dylan, and I will be playing Nero Viodetti, the Ace.
And I'm Taylor, playing Axel, a Pokemon biologist.
Excellent. As you guys have probably deduced, we are playing a Pokemon game. We're very excited. It's something I've personally been trying to run for 15 years now.
Oh, yeah, something like that now.
That sounds right.
Right.
Yeah, you've been going at this for a while. I'm so excited to see it.
I was there 84 years.
I've been trying so hard, and like I tried to homebrew it. I tried like other people's systems. I tried this and that, and it never. We've had fun. Don't get me wrong, listeners. We've had a lot of fun messing about with Pokemon and doing things, and we've had some successful non-recorded campaigns or semi-campaigns. We haven't really ever got a lot of traction with it, though, because I've never felt like we had the right system or we had the right setting. And now I know that's getting people's hopes up to be like, oh, do you have the right system? Do you have the right setting? I don't know. We're trying. I finally, the Wild Words is a pretty good system. It's pretty versatile. It's compatible with a lot of things. And all the years of work on a homebrew system, and I've kind of mashed them together a little bit and been like, fit, make friends. So yeah, we're hoping that it works. We'll see. I think worst case scenario, it'll still be entertaining. As far as the setting goes, it's going to be a little bit different because I didn't want the players to just go gym to gym to gym, battling as they go. That's not necessarily fun for listeners to listen to. And that's not really fun for players because it's, okay, now take your turn battling. Okay, now next person, take your turn battling. That's not interesting or relevant to anyone. And I think listeners would fall asleep. So,
you're missing out at the very end, though, where we all become Mike Tyson in like deity level strength, and then we all have a blood match at the very end. You forgot to mention that.
Yes, that's true. That would have been the last episode of that campaign would have been worth it. Right. But everything else.
Oh, what a slog that would have been.
I too want to punch the pigeon.
Yeah. It would have been just, and it would have been so much just combat. And as we all know, combat isn't necessarily great in podcasts. It's very finicky to make combat good in podcasts. So yeah, it's just one of those things. So if you're looking for a battle heavy combat Pokemon like podcast, this is not it. This is going to be a like research heavy. Like everybody's going as researchers. They're going to be learning things. Not exactly researchers. Yeah, not exactly researchers, but like exploration maybe is the better word. They're explorers. They're some of them might be battling, but they're battling like, think of Pokemon Journeys with Go rather than, any of the other Pokemon series pretty much.
Yeah.
Like Journeys with Go is it's a lot more free form. They're traveling around, they're having fun and seeing the world. And yes, Ash battles and does other things, and so does Go, but that's not necessarily the focus of it, if I'm making any sense.
Well, and
But-
the other thing too, I was going to ask is that we haven't explained the premise to these folks yet.
Well,
Yeah.
So the premise is there's an island kind of outside of time, space, reality, because there's mythical Pokemon, as listeners know. And, Pokemon can mess with time, space, reality, all that things. And one of the Pokemon is Hoopa. Hoopa is capable of creating like pockets to other dimensions and other things. And so working with the Aether Foundation from, was it Sun and Moon? Yeah, I think so. The Aether Foundation is they're the ones from Sun and Moon that are looking into Ultra Beasts and stuff, I think, right? Yeah. So they're, the masters of dimensional travel and that kind of thing. And so they found Hoopa in this campaign. They've found Hoopa, and they've started researching Hoopa because Hoopa seems to be the master of dimensions, like just being able to pop in and out of other dimensions and other places. And through their research, they have basically found that Hoopa has this island that they go to and just kind of seems to be dumping Pokemon and people and other things on this island. Again, Misfit Island. So they're very intrigued to get someone there to research, like, how is this island affecting the evolution of Pokemon? How is it affecting, their habitats? How, like, what's there? Are there new Pokemon there? Are there new things there? What is going on? Like that adventure, that research, that exploration is just, it's driving them forward. And so this team, using some Pokemon, have managed to create a semi-stable portal to this island. So they've hired out between their either their employees or calling in who's the best of the best. They've hired out 4 people who are going to be the first through the portal. Do you want to explain your characters, everyone?
Okay. My name's gonna be Illuminator Travis. I've been having an addiction, making really fancily drawn maps, all the classic books where it's all hand painted and all fancy and everything. And I always, really wanted to do that. So I went around studying ruins and relics and old books and started learning from all the old stuff. And then eventually I found my little starter Pokemon, a little Pokemon named Trapinch, which is named Fractera, which is really good at getting me in the places they don't want me to be in, with the collapsed buildings and you always need a Pokemon with cut, right? Then I also ended up meeting a Zorua along the way, who's a little bit ghostier than the normal ones. I use them to get inside of doors that are locked because, they shouldn't be like that. They need to be open for me. That's just rude. And then I also have my old buddy, Hijwin Growlithe. I've had him for really long time. He's a bit older. He doesn't like to do much except steal things and, cheer people up and help along the way. But I like to have him with me because he's handy. And I decided to go on the expedition to map the new world, because why wouldn't you?
Nice.
And I think that's about it.
Yeah. Sounds good. Sorry, I was gonna ask too there. It sounds like he's a cartographer. Is that so? Do you carry paint supplies? Are you a pencil guy? Charcoal? What's your medium?
Unfortunately, I do like the oil paints, and I keep a big pack of them with me. So I hate to be that guy, but I have just this monstrous hiker's backpack. One of the ones. Have you seen Hotel Transylvania?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
the
got
really tall one with
Yeah.
the roll on the top. Yeah, I know
that's
the one.
because
Yeah.
I got a survival pack. I got all the map making stuff. I got a chemistry
Perfect,
kit to
yeah.
make my own paints.
Damn, yeah, you're set up and good to go. Well, as everyone's sitting around the conference room table, somebody's missing. But you hear the big thump of boots, knock on the door. I think this is the right room. Everyone's kind of together here. All you smell is a waft of sweetness. You can't quite place it, but anybody familiar with plants will know that it's a strain of tobacco that's meant to soothe Pokemon. So, and when you guys look, you guys are going to see cargo pants. What? Pockets are amazing. So this is Old Man Augustus. He's the guide, so to speak. I don't work for the Ether Foundation. I am outsourced. I am your safety, your harness, and your flare in the dark. It is Augustus's job to make sure that nobody gets lost, nobody gets hurt. He specializes specifically in search and rescue in forested and mountainous areas. In order, he also does like to lift weights to make sure that he's in good shape so that he doesn't have to struggle with anything in nature, because his lifting buddy is Heracross, his oldest friend. As soon as he signed up for his I haven't quite figured out if he was military or volunteer community worker yet. I haven't quite figured that out, but we'll flush him out as we go. So Heracross and him have moved many a tree and helped clear many a landslide and etc. And we're good buddies. So his nickname is the Iron Cross. He's tough as iron and just as dependable. So up next is my little buddy Sir Hiss. Shout out to the Robin Hood fans out there. He is my Ekans. Usually curled up around my shoulders or around my arm. He's still a little young, so he hasn't quite grown to a huge length. He's a little timid, a little shy, likes to hang out in my jacket. You'll see him go back and forth between my sleeves or kind of go in and out of the big pockets in my pants or in my jacket, or just always moving around. But always comes in handy, likes to climb trees. He's my eyes. And then lastly is the newest addition to my team, Birdie. The reason why his name is Birdie is because he's a big on the dreams of flying. You'll always see him kind of running around in his spare time, flapping, trying to get off the ground, and it's not going to work. But one day we'll get him off the ground. So Birdie's just my little buddy. We found him kind of huddled in some rocks one day when we were out on an expedition, and like a stray cat, he just kind of stuck to us, and here we are. And so it is our job, the four of us, to make sure that you guys don't get lost and that everyone stays safe and together on the trails and or in whatever camps we create. So that's all I ask, and we'll get along fine.
Awesome.
Dylan, it's all you, buddy.
Yeah, forgive me as I stumble my way through this. So first off, none of my Pokemon have nicknames because a Pokemon is a tool for battle. And I just want to get that out of the way. So opinions put forth here are not necessarily those of the creator. You know what I mean?
That's fair. Yeah. Oh, definitely.
However, so Pokemon are just tools for battle. Why would you give them nicknames? Being the strongest is the most important, and someone needed to come along to basically fight off these incredibly strong Pokemon, which appear to be just like basically way more frequent than they should be. So I'm coming along to seek out strong challenges and to keep everybody from hopefully getting geeked by a legendary right around the corner. Let's see. So my first in line would be my Scyther, and I depend on it for almost all situations, at least as far as like being a cool guy and combat goes. And then on top of that, I also have my little buddy Noibat, who is basically just a lovable scamp that you had better not piss off. And And then I also have my Porygon, and he is used for only legitimate means. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I'm on the up and up. I'm an ace trainer. Don't worry about it.
We're not paid to be suspicious.
Yes. I'm really trying hard not to sing the Don't Be Suspicious song. But
Right.
Every second of my day is spent trying not to sing that song.
Yeah.
past
All right.
that, there
All
isn't
right.
very much about me.
I'm Taylor. I'm going to be playing Axel Vex, a Pokemon biologist. I've been hired by the company to basically chart and record absolutely everything possible regarding the Pokemon in this world. Basically, I'm meant to go in unnoticed. I've got, the whole kind of spy scout kind of kit with binoculars and camouflage. My main partner is going to be Ditto. And basically a goal of mine is to have Ditto be able to transform to whatever need to be met, basically as a Swiss Army knife, I guess you could say. He's kind of a, fix it, build what he needs on the go kind of a guy, because he's, usually by himself some of the times when he's researching. And that's kind of the gist of him. He's got a couple extra Pokemon for sort of utility wise as well. He's got Beldum. He's kind of able to help him, scale cliffs and things like that, and a Piplup to help traverse bodies of water. So yeah, that is Axel.
Nice. Yeah, so as listeners heard, we have an awesome team of 4 talented trainers capable of uncovering all the secrets in this new world, new island. And yeah, the campaign's going to basically just revolve around them traveling around the island and learning things, having fun, getting into trouble. So if that sounds interesting, entertaining to anyone, please stick around for the other episodes. And if it doesn't sound entertaining, listen to other things we do or try it anyway, because you never know. I don't know. Have fun.
What's the word of the day? Shenanigans, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Exactly. Do you guys want to say anything else, or
if I may, nothing beyond. Let's have some fun. I'm really excited to check out the Wild Words system. With the very, very minor exposure I've had to it before, with my cameo in the I think it was season 2 of Wildsea, I believe. Yeah. This is going to be a blast. And fun fact for anybody, I know I am the least experienced with the Pokemon here too. Nothing beyond Gen 3. So I'm super, super excited to see all the ridiculousness that has come in the time since I have last touched a Pokemon IP. It's been a long time.
Awesome. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. There's gonna be some things for old Pokemon fans and definitely things for new Pokemon fans. And yeah, we're just here to have a good time. And again, finally make my dream of doing a Pokemon campaign a reality. After 15 years, we're gonna get something. We're gonna get mud on the wall this time. We've thrown it long enough. We're finally getting something to stick.
We're gonna get sued.
Exactly.
I can't wait to set it all on fire. It's going to be great.
And Ian promises not to party wipe us on episode 1.
Whoa! I didn't promise anything.
Did you get that in writing?
Okay.
And notarized and stamped?
So you guys go through the portal and you all instantly die. That was a mistake.
It opened above a volcano.
Yeah.
The real journey was going down to the pub for a drink.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I was Ian the Professor.
I was Austin.
I was
the
Cabe.
hesitant
I was
artist.
Sorry. Oh man. I was Cabe playing Augustus.
I was Dylan describing Nero.
And I was Taylor describing Axel.
And we are sponsored by nobody. Signing off.